This is very, very fine work. Everything happens at such a tiny scale. You know, a piece of wood has to fit in there exactly from corner to corner with enough space for the hair to come out, and it's held in there purely on its own force. You know, that's a challenge to me, and I want to be good at it and eventually make my own bows. I'm a bowmaker's apprentice. So far it's entailed learning the day-to-days of being a bowmaker, which is mostly re-hairing bows, cello bows, bass bows, viola bows, violin bows. A really good re-hair, a really good bow can make the difference for a player of getting an audition or not getting an audition. The hair is kind of like the bread and butter of the industry, re-hairing bows. We do them every day, fastest turnaround. You hear about musicians whose bows come apart in the middle of a performance. Suddenly the song has to end. That is pretty terrifying to think about. Luckily, all of the musicians I know whose bows I've worked on, none of that has happened. I get to come in every day and I get to work on beautiful things. Some of the bows I work on are from the 1800s, you know, and wood that was last touched and carved 200 years ago. And you know, there's kind of a story you can imagine behind some of that kind of work. After a year of doing this, I'm only now starting to feel that I can replicate my work. I'm going to say a decade. I think you got to put in a decade of time before you can go out and do it on your own independently.